Caleb, what are you doing?
I figured, 7 rows, really enhance the video experience.
Nice.
Just get in the back. So it's a good idea, right?
Okay, well those seats recline and there are plugs back there, so help yourself to charge your phone, but
yeah.
I'm not driving Miss Daisy all day long.
Oh, not gonna work out?
No.
I'll go to the front.
Okay. Thanks.
So much for a good idea. I'll get in the front. Well, hi everyone, I'm Caleb Whitaker on the Red Report here at Noland INFINITI, and today I'm with
Stephanie Davison.
And we're just gonna drive around in the 2020 QX60, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And
cool car to drive in, super comfortable, maneuvers really well through town, so I think it's a great choice.
And I think we definitely should drive a little bit in town, but it's still morning and everything, and I think maybe some coffee?
Ooh, I like coffee. There's a new place downtown. It's called Loyal Coffee. Locally owned. It's right downstairs from one of our manager's apartments. It's supposed to be really cool.
Oh, hey.
Really cool place.
All right, let's hit it.
All right, here we go.
So, I've only lived in the Springs for about a little over 4 months now, and that's how long I've worked here at Red Noland, the auto group. And so how long have you been with Red Noland, and how long have you been at INFINITI?
I've been with Red Noland Auto Group for, it will be 3 years in September, Labor Day weekend. I've been with Red Noland INFINITI the entire time. Started as a assistant up front. So, oh, did you feel that? That's braking. It's braking itself.
Oh, it's got the...
Yep, distance control and the brake assist.
I'll take it.
Yep, exactly. I've been with I've actually been in sales for a little over 2 years. But I started as a receptionist with the auto group.
All right, and then how long has it been? Has that always been with INFINITI?
Yes.
Okay, so you've been with old R&I the entire time.
Yep.
So
yep. Me and John Zumbo like this. He hired me.
Snap, they go back.
Well, all the way back.
And then you were telling me before, you've always been in Colorado Springs?
Yep, I was born and raised in Colorado Springs. Went to school here. I grew up in Motor City, going to car shows all the time at the dealerships that were downtown. Big car enthusiast, so the auto industry was kind of my calling. I just took a while to get there. I'm new here. I haven't been around here too often, but what's your favorite things about the Springs? What do you like to do? Most people are like, oh, I really like to go outdoors and go hiking and all the things. I like to look at.
I've heard.
I like to look at hiking from a distance. The mountains are great from a distance. I like to drive through the mountains, but mostly it's just the community that's here. It's a small town, even though it's got a big population. So it's not uncommon to run into somebody that you knew 15 years ago, and it's not uncommon to meet somebody who you knew 15 years ago through a common friend. So I like that it's still very rooted and very small, but still has a big feel to it.
Okay.
But not like Denver big.
Okay. Yeah, people will always ask, oh, do you like the Springs? What do you like about it? I'm like, it has everything that where I used to live has, and more.
Exactly.
So much to do.
Exactly. There's a lot to do
and
here.
It's going to take me quite a while probably to hit a little bit. But
some cool places to see. The Olympic Training Center is a really great place to see.
Okay.
And then we're just building the Olympic Training Center Museum downtown. We have a soccer team here now, the Switchbacks. Building a new stadium that's downtown as well. They're kind of up north at this point. But once all of that gets going again and the stadium is built, it should just bring a lot of excitement and energy to the downtown area.
Cool.
Yeah. And I think Colorado Springs is trying to make downtown exciting again. That's where it used to be, like people would drag Maine or Nevada, what we're on right now. And that was kind of the focal point of the city. Now more so Old Colorado City, Manitou Springs, Garden of the Gods, just a little more walking involved. but which is great. But there's just some really cool places and old places to see in the Springs.
Okay.
I've been to the Broadmoor yet?
I've driven past it. So the first time I ever was in Colorado Springs was actually in 2013.
Okay.
Heading to the zoo, where
Nice.
I was going to, the whole plan is I was going to propose to my now wife using
I love that.
Lucky the elephant, who is still there.
Nice.
And we came down here, we stayed here for a few days, and I got a blip. We didn't do like hardly anything in the Springs. Like, I think we were more like a monument.
Sure.
And then we drove down. So going to the zoo, I think you have to go kind of through.
Yeah,
Broadmoor
absolutely. You kind of pass by the big hotel. It's an amazing hotel, and at Christmas time, I encourage you to go and see all the lights. It's incredible.
6 months, I can make that.
Yeah, absolutely. And they do a big tree lighting, and there's carolers, and their hot chocolate is better than any hot chocolate ever because of the ambiance, I think, the scenery.
Fair enough.
And then the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo actually does a LED lighting that the Colorado Springs Utilities puts up for them every year, and so they do Christmas at the zoo, or the lighting at the zoo. I'm not sure what it's called, but everything is electric safari. It's so cool.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah, I've seen they did like events where even like after normal hours, they'll kind of close everything down, but then reopen it back up for people, and they'll do like, it's supposed to be quiet,
Exactly.
but have like brews and whatnot.
Yep.
And that's actually where I discovered Bristol.
Oh, nice.
Because I saw them there, and then I realized, oh, this is not just some cute little thing they have here at the zoo. But
Exactly. So Loyal Coffee is right here.
let's get it. All right.
This is where my around view monitor comes in handy, because you get to see the curbside view. So I'm gonna save my wheels a little bit.
That's crazy.
Right?
I have scuffed too many wheels.
My husband would kill me. That's cause for divorce in my
Oh,
house. On both sides.
All right, let's bounce out.
Coffee's really good. Like, the next time you come here, you gotta get the horse out of one.
I'll probably come this weekend.
Right. Bring your wife.
That's the plan, yeah.
Good. So the big hotel that's downtown is the Antlers. And it's been around forever. It's in the First Bank building now. It
What
used to be
makes
the
it-
Holly Sugar building.
Is it literally big, or is that just like the popular
It's
one?
the popular downtown one. And it's the oldest one downtown.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. And it's pretty historic, which is nice. It has like a really old feel to it. I want to say that there's a convention center aspect to it as well. This little restaurant right here, The Block, cool place to eat.
The Block. Okay.
Bar and Grill. And they have a incredible Reuben sandwich. If you like a Reuben.
I can eat a Reuben.
Yeah, delicious food.
It's on the list. I have an ever-growing list of all these places I need to hit.
In Old Colorado City, the Front Range Barbecue is where it's at. They were on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Wait, what's it called?
Front Range Barbecue.
Yes, okay. When
So
I
good.
came here a year ago, my family was also driving down, and they're like, we gotta go to the barbecue place, but my wife and I were more like, we want to go to the zoo. It's the only thing we knew here. And they're like, well, we're gonna go to this barbecue spot. It was on the TV show. And I'm like, okay, you go do that. And then,
So this is the old courthouse, and it's now a museum. And this is the new courthouse. And yeah, and
we're driving downtown. We're at the city. You can see the city life, everything around us. And so, how does the QX60 handle city-wise? What does it have to offer for someone who is going to be on the hustle and bustle around this
So,
area?
nice part about the QX60 is it's easy to drive. It doesn't have that big truck feel to it, but it's got space for 7 people to sit in it. Most of our, as you saw, most of our customers that are getting the QX60, which is our popular model, it's our #1 seller, they're not getting the QX60 because they need 7 spaces. They're getting it because you can fold those seats down in the 3rd row flat and put groceries in there, dog cages in there. It's a lot of cargo space. It's really nice, but it's easy to park, and again, it's not overwhelmingly big.
Okay, and so why would someone go for this one over the 50 then?
The 50 sits a little bit lower.
This one's got more
It's got
height
some
to
height
it.
to it. They have the same intelligent all-wheel drive system, so that's not really a concern. This one just seems to drive a little bit heavier, and it's just roomier.
It definitely, I mean,
yeah, there's tons of space.
Legs are spread.
Yeah, Mike Jorgensen, one of the owners of the auto group, he fits in this, and he's like 6'7" or 6'5", something
very
like that.
tall.
Like, he fits in an Escalade. He fits barely in a QX80, but he fits in this car very well.
In this, that's nice. That's nice.
And if you're comparing in our auto group, the XT6 is comparable to this as far as size is concerned. So.
All right, and then I'm gonna throw a curveball at you. Why would someone choose this? Obviously, the QX80 is the higher model. Why would someone who could easily go with the QX80 would choose the QX60 instead?
I would say they would choose it if you're looking for towing capacity and 4-wheel drive capability. You go with the QX80. The advantage of the QX80 over this one is it has captain's chairs, or it has a bench in the 2nd row. We just have a bench in the 2nd row on the QX60. But again, as far as size is concerned, some people feel a little overwhelmed because the QX80 does sit taller and it has more of a truck-like feel without driving like a truck. So basically, it's the convenience of driving this. This seems more manageable.
I like it. I like it. More personable, more people can handle it, easier to drive.
I don't know if, like, when you're sitting in the passenger seat, if you can feel it, or you really just need to drive the car to feel it. But it has a kind of gripped to the asphalt feel, not a lot of road noise, and it drives kind of heavy. So that's kind of a perk with this vehicle too, because it has that presence that people are looking for. Not rattly, not, you know, it just.
I mean, it's I mean,
smooth,
you can hear
comfortable.
everything. It sounds incredibly smooth, and we're driving around construction areas, and if anything, even with we're passing by stuff, and it sounds, it's quiet, it's manageable, it's.
Yeah, you don't
can't
hear
even tell
anything
we're
underneath.
downtown,
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
we just drove through a construction zone.
Right, without looking at it.
Without
absolutely.
looking at it. Cool, I appreciate that you've shown me downtown and spots that I definitely have to hit up. I'm gonna have to do it. I haven't done enough here. Again, it's been too new to me. But one of the things that you mentioned before, you like to see the view from far away, and I've actually enjoyed. I've done a little bit of hiking since I've been here. I'm not a hiker. I'm just not. It's not what I am. But it's something that I've been able to do to get fresh air, see some views that I couldn't see where I was living beforehand. So if you'd like, I'd take you over by the spot that I at least to check out the mountain area. And when you doing it, I'm not doing any hiking in this. It's not going to happen. It's going to be a mess. But not in these shoes, but let's get some fresh air and let's check out the mountains.
That sounds great.
Cool.
That sounds great.
So we're gonna hit up a place called Bear Creek Park. It's that general area. Pretty, get out from the hustle and bustle that we're in right now. We're here in Colorado. And with Colorado Springs, I don't think there's a place you can go that you can't see the mountains.
That's how you know.
That's how you know. That's one thing when I moved to Colorado, everyone's like, well, you know which way's west because of the mountains. I was like, what are you talking about? Mountains can be in any direction. Not where we're
Not here.
Oh, okay. So yeah, how is the capability versus?
You know, it's great actually. There's we have a drive mode selector in the car. We have it in all of our vehicles, but the drive mode selector gives you the opportunity, if it's snowing out, to use that snow mode. If you're going up in the mountains or going skiing or whatever, and you happen to run into something that's inclement, if you went to the snow mode, it's going to work with the traction control and work with mitigating slip and redirecting braking to the other wheels, so you're not all over the place. works with the intelligent all-wheel drive system too, which the cars are not all-wheel drive all the time. The intelligent all-wheel drive system can turn on quicker than you can ever flip a switch.
Oh,
so
awesome.
Once it feels slip at a wheel,
it engages.
Yes, and then redirects braking to the other wheels to mitigate that.
Okay.
So it's actually quite cool. I have the snow mode. I drive an INFINITI QX60, and I've used my snow mode twice since I've had it because the all-wheel drive system is phenomenal.
Just works. Yeah. It just does what it needs to.
But the snow mode is good too because I was in like, I don't know, 3.5 inches of slush because it was like a June snowstorm.
Classic Colorado.
Yeah, trying to get on the interstate, and my car it felt like it just grounded and went. It's really hard to explain, but it also didn't allow me to put my foot in the accelerator so much, so I would increase the need to want to move back and forth. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like you feel resistance behind the pedal, so you can't force the car to move faster than it's ready to move, for lack of better words.
Okay.
In the snow mode. So that's really nice. It also has an eco mode, so a lot of in-town driving, it gives you that resistance behind the pedal as well, and allows you a little bit more fuel efficiency.
Oh, especially driving in the city.
Yep. Or if you're driving the Gap. Yeah, if you're driving the Gap up to Denver and it's like stop, go, eco mode is going to save you, I don't know, maybe 2 to 3 gallons. So
all over Colorado, I think a lot of people will say the brands that you see the most are going to be Subaru, Jeep, and I'd even say I see a lot of Toyotas.
Yes.
But Infiniti being a more luxury brand, what's someone, who wants to make that step up from the standard casual Colorado SUV? I mean, what's some of that, what Infiniti can offer?
Well, obviously you're stepping into a luxury brand, so you're getting nicer creature comforts, you're getting more finished, again, the sound deadening, if you will. I think the nice thing about Infiniti and the comforting thing about Infiniti is Nissan is our parent company, so people know Japanese-made vehicles are built to last. We have the lowest cost of ownership in all of the luxury brands, which is great, and our warranty is crazy. We have a 4-year 60,000 mile warranty, bumper to bumper, and a 6-year 70,000 mile powertrain. If I remember correctly, it's like 4-year 36 for most, or 3-year 36. So we outlast as far as warranty is concerned, but our warranty is, it's kind of a flawless warranty system. But most people don't need it because Japanese built cars are just built
so I mean, so they're built to last in the long term, but if anything happens, you're covered.
Exactly.
Bit, so.
If you do get a pre-owned Infiniti, the certification that can go with it, which we've talked about in some of our other videos, the certified warranty extends that warranty out, which is really nice.
Limited confidence.
Yes, absolutely. Check it out. But and you don't have to worry about, I've got a $56,000 car that I'm buying pre-owned, and 10 years down the road I'm still paying $56,000 worth of maintenance on it. You don't have to worry about that. Some of the things that Infiniti is known for is innovative technology in driving. So the around view monitoring system, which we saw,
which is super awesome.
Infiniti was the first to have that. Emergency braking, backup collision intervention, just some of those technologies that people kind of take for granted.
Stuff that I've actually done in my own vehicle that I wish I would have had that stuff.
Exactly. And up to in 2019, the variable compression engine, we're the only company that has one that's functioning on the road. Mitsubishi tried to do it several years ago and it didn't work for them, but we put hours and hours into perfecting the variable compression, and we are doing very well with it in our QX50, which is the size down from this one. So that's another thing that people can look at when they're getting into an Infiniti is the amount of technology that we've come up with that other brands have put into their vehicles.
So when did the QX60 join the lineup?
Of course you're gonna ask that question. In 2012, it was the JX35. So we had the I series, the M series, the J series, the E, everything kind of evolved, and then we did the Qs. But this used to be the JX35, and then we turned it into the QX60 in 2014.
Okay, so this is only 6 years technically.
Yeah, same body style, same concept, same creature comforts, same feel, just updated it to the QX system.
I've seen I'll see a lot of deer. That's one thing living in the Springs now is there's deer
Everywhere.
Everywhere. I had to go up to the is it the Broadmoor? It's like a neighborhood over there.
Broadmoor Bluffs?
Broadmoor Bluffs. And they were just deer chilling in people's front yard. And I'm like, what are you guys doing here? And then even at some of our other locations, there's just deer chilling there. Yep. And that's one thing I've said, you have to keep your eyes so peeled out.
Absolutely. Yeah, we share the nature space.
A little bit. I don't think we get much of a say.
I think
especially with us being
I
here.
Think most people respect the fact that we kind of moved into their land, especially up in this area. It's still a nuisance when they eat all your flowers, but
comes with the territory.
Exactly. This is where I would put it in sport mode. Okay. Kind of allows you to get out of your own way when you're going up the pass on your way to Woodland Park.
I've never been to Woodland Park. I need to.
Yeah, it's a great drive. It's a fantastic Sunday morning drive.
Gotta get that mountain view.
With this, I'm not gonna go over the edge. Check me out.
Well, let's get out some fresh air.
Okay. And coffee.
And coffee. And so this is like you said, the hiking spot that I'll come do, and I'll go and do this trail up here and do a few miles up here, and it's just beautiful to get out of here, and as you can see some of the mountains and to get away from it, even though if you just go over that ridge over there, I mean it's I-25, and
right,
so
it's pretty
up here, a little rural. And on some of my hikes up here, I'll actually see people with like camping gear, and people like to camp up here. So I mean, there's a lot of space in that vehicle.
Ton of space in that vehicle. If you put all the back rows down, the second and third row, you can actually lay back there, foot to headrest to the front row. Flat, very nice. There's a little bit of an angle because the seats have a recline to them, so you're going to be a little uphill, but use your sleeping bag. You can throw an air mattress in there.
Oh, there it is.
One of the coolest things is there's an accessory tent that will fit on the back of it. It's amazing. It's a full-size 4-person tent. It's got tons of space in it. It hooks on to the back of the QX60 with the tailgate up, so you have the access to the car from inside of the tent.
Cool.
Send you some pictures so you can see what it looks like. It fits on our QX80 as well. So one of the benefits of it is if you're coming up here, if you're just doing a little day camping, if you go to the beach, if you or you're at a festival and you're using the back end or a game, you can actually put that tent up. It's super easy to pop up and then to collapse back down, just throw it back in the bag and put it in the back of your camper.
That's awesome. That's awesome that it's got that drivability and that comfort in the city, but also bringing that comfort even well outside the city or at events.
Absolutely.
Kind of. It encompasses everything. I don't think there's much of the vehicle that it can't really do.
Yep.
So.
I mean, I wouldn't take it on an off-road course, but you can you can put it in some mud. Absolutely. I think that the all-wheel drive system will get you out of any sort of rocky or weird spot.
It sounds like you can go out and about and just look good while doing it.
Absolutely.
Well, it's been a pleasure grabbing coffee with you, driving around, learning a little bit more about the QX60. You showed me around town, spots that, again, I didn't know about. I'm definitely going to hit up a bunch of those restaurants, and I'm looking forward to it. And then I showed you, even though you've been here a while, but I showed you some of my favorite spot here in Colorado Springs, up in the mountains, and So any closing things you want to add, Sarah?
You know, it just, thanks for letting me get out and drive this car some more. We take them on demos with people and we drive them, you know, daily, but it's not like a 2-hour, just like a cruise. And so you get more familiar with the car, and just, it's been a pleasure getting to know you.
Yeah, it's been a comfortable ride as well.
Good.
So stay tuned for the next Red Report here at Red Noland Infiniti. I'm Caleb Whitaker.
I'm Stephanie Davison.
I will be seeing you guys next time.
Bye.
Take care.